On Amazing Kitchen today, I'll be showing you how to make some sausage rolls. So usually sausage roll in Asia or Asian market, you'll probably see a lot of this where there's a little hot dog inside of a bun that's baked together. Very tasty, very popular all around the world, especially in Asia. So I'll be showing you how to make that right here at home. So for this sausage roll, it is very simple. I'll simply use the bowl that is provided with the mixer, and I'll use this to start the yeast going. So for the yeast, we'll start with 6 teaspoons of yeast, and a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then 1.5 cup of water. Just simply use the mixer to mix this because it's much easier, then it's less to clean and less to wash. Alright, so let's set the mixer down, and then I'll start with the dough hook. Let's turn this on and mix it all together. Alright, just about 10-20 seconds, everything look mixed together. Then we simply leave it to sit. So turn off the machine and leave it like that. Now while the yeast is growing, we can start preparing our other ingredients. Alright, now that the yeast is nice and bubbly and poofed up, as you can see, we can add the other ingredients to this. This recipe calls for 5 cups of flour, but for me, I like to put in 4 cups first with some other ingredients, give it a quick mix, and then I'll add the other ingredients in afterwards. But it's your choice. If you like, you can put everything in and mix it all together one time. For me, it's just a personal preference. I like to split my ingredients up separately. So I'll start with 4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we'll mix this all together so it forms a little bit of a dough. Once it comes together nicely, I'll add to it some sugar. Sorry, not sugar. We'll add to it some maple syrup. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Usually this recipe calls for butter, but I like to replace my butter with olive oil. So I use extra virgin olive oil in this recipe. I put a 1/4 cup of olive oil in this. So this will add a little bit more, I guess, the healthy factor to this entire recipe. But feel free to use butter if you like the flavor that comes out of butter, because nothing can replace that. Then I'll crack 3 eggs into it. You can use medium eggs or small eggs, up to you. For me, it's 3 medium eggs for me. Then we'll mix this all together again. Once it comes together nicely, as you can see, it's almost like a cake dough-like. Then we can stop this machine again. A 1/4 cup of maple syrup. If you have honey, honey will do, but I have maple syrup, so that's what I'll be using. And we'll finally add the last cup of flour. Because this calls for 5 cups, I started with 4. Now I'll add the last cup of flour to this mixture. And now I'll finally blend it and knead it now in the machine for about 5 to 10 minutes. Depending on your machine, sometimes the dough will work itself up, but it's fine. I mean, you just have to push it back down as it comes up. So depending on your machine and your dough hook, sometimes you get a nicer kneading than other time. But with this artisan mixer, it's doing a great job. Alright, we'll just turn it around for about 10 minutes, and then we'll push it and stop it occasionally if we have to. If not, then we'll let the machine do its thing. As you can see, it's mixing very nicely. Yes, there's a little bit of a rock on the machine, but you can always adjust the tilt head so that this won't rock as much. For me, I like to put it all the way down, so the tilt head is a little bit not balanced, so it's rocking a little bit more than normal. But on the next video, I'll show you how to adjust that also. Okay, now that the whole mixture is ready, it's all kneaded and beautiful. So let's take it out. Yeah, we'll just lay the counter with some flour, and then we'll just knead it on the counter with a hand, just a little bit longer, maybe a minute or so. Then we can start rolling it out. So for the sausage roll, it is very simple. we'll just mix it on the counter, and then we'll just roll it out by hand into a long thin strip. Then we'll just wrap our sausage around it. So the sausage I'm using today is chicken sausage. You're free to use any one that you like, or hot dog. Today I'm using chicken sausage, but you can use pork, beef, or even a mixture of any of those. So let's go. We'll roll it out, as you can see, into a nice thin roll, more or less even. I don't like to use the rolling pin, you know. I like to keep it simple and quick. Then we'll just wrap the dough around the sausage, leaving both ends slightly exposed, because remember, this has not risen yet, the dough. We haven't given it time to rest. So right now I'll just wrap it, and then I'll put it to rest, and then allow it to rise in the pan before we bake it. My pack contained about 10 sausage, so we'll just wrap this around. And today, because I'm only doing one pack, so we have some excess dough, I make some mini buns with it. We'll just roll the bun up, give it a nice round, smooth top. We'll squeeze the bottom in and then make it into a ball. Then we just lay it down. Then once we're done with the sausage roll and the buns, we can get our baking tray, and then we'll allow it to rise in the baking tray. My tray is a little bit small. I don't like to split it in two, so I just stuff everything in one. It looks a little cramped to its size. Alright, now everything is on. Then we have to put an egg wash on all of this. So I'll crack one egg, and then we'll add a little water to it and mix this up. Then this will be the simple egg wash. So we'll just brush the egg wash on all the sausage roll and buns. This will add a nice brown color to it when you bake it. If you like it very brown, you brush it one time, let it dry for 2 minutes, and then you brush a second coat. Alright, now once that is done, we'll just cover this a little bit with saran wrap and allow it to rise in a little warm area, and let it sit there for about 2 hours. Here we go. This is what 2 hours look like. So now we'll set the oven at 210 degrees. So once you put the buns in, you can drop the temperature down to 190 degrees. Then allow it to bake for about 10 minutes. Here we go. The buns are completed. Look how beautiful they look. Wow, everything is nice and brown, just the right color. So I hope you enjoy what we have today, and I hope you can make your own also at home. It is so easy and so convenient. If you have kids at home, this is even better. The kids will love it. I mean, when I just baked this up, my family and the kids all finished 8 of them immediately on the spot, the moment it came out of the oven. Then we saved 2 for breakfast the next day, and then it's out again. So I guess I'll be making more in the next couple days. So if you like and ever wonder how this is made, I hope I have answered the question, and I hope you can attempt this at home. If you don't have a machine like this, it is no problem. You can do it all by hand. It just takes a little longer, but if you have a machine, a mixer, it makes your life a lot easier. Okay, well, I think that's about it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and share the video to people who you think will enjoy the video as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell button and turn on all notifications, so then you'll be notified in our future videos when we have an upload. Alright, well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye now.